think one other thing we can do is just continue to look at what value are we adding to our projects. I think part of the opportunity that's out there in the new norm is our local and state government clients are strapped for staff resources. They don't have manpower.
Flexibility on our staff side is going to be critical, because you're right, what we do is we provide services to our clients, and that's all about people. And you're a great example of that flexibility personally, where you transferred from our Boston operations to now California, which is a new geography. Employee flexibility is critical, because this economy is going to drive the requirement for a lot more personal flexibility in where we work and who we work for, how we team, as well as the flexibility to support the mission of the firm as we look at new geographies as well. So appreciate your support in that flexibility as well.
But what I'm seeing is other staff and my peers kind of opening their eyes and realizing I need to learn how to do some different kinds of projects. And just because I've been making floodplain maps for 10 years doesn't mean I'm going to be able to make them for 10 more years. So how about I learn how these integrate into hazard mitigation planning?
I think they're embracing it, because the work that they were able to work on was really exciting and different than perhaps they might have won in their own office. It also gives them experience with a different client base. And it teaches us internal management skills that perhaps we didn't have before. You can't take that other office for granted.
And they are a client.
They are a client.
That's something that we emphasize in Danville, is that architecture staff and that surveying staff and environmental, they're a client just as important as the city of Danville, Pittsylvania County. You've got to sell to them as well.
And you've got to deliver.
You have to deliver.
You need to meet them.
I definitely have seen my personal attitude towards my job change. I take my job much more seriously, knowing that it's not going to be easy to go find another one.
We talk about a national capability and working on a national front, and then we have a discussion on the community-based service provider. Do you see any challenges of trying to meld those two?
We can piggyback some of our business development efforts off the national scale. When we get into a police facility using that expertise, that's when we should dig deeper and see how deep we can go to get down to the local level. And on the flip side, do it the other way. If we're getting in locally somewhere, then we should be introducing them to the national level.
So the challenge would be for the national people to not only be selling externally, but selling internally of what the capabilities are.
Exactly.
So that we could be on the lookout for those opportunities. We should not lose one of those projects in a place that we have footprint.
And we have such good news to share, and we need to share it amongst ourselves so that other people can go out and say, hey, we can do that, and feel comfortable about it. And also comfortable saying, I'm not the right person to do that, but I can get you to the right person. Clients don't expect you to know everything. They expect you to know how to get to the right person.
Exactly.
And we can encourage our clients more to share projects, not necessarily, guess what Dewberry is doing, but if they're doing something innovative that we're assisting with, then we encourage them to tell their neighbors. Before we even had the first draft, our client in North Carolina had taken it to South Carolina and showed off, look what we're making. And was just so ecstatic that we're going to have this tool, and the folks in South Carolina said, yeah, we definitely need that too. So we're, and then he takes it to Tennessee, and he's been showing it off to all kinds of states, and we haven't even printed a final deliverable yet. So
we need to hire him.
Yes.
He's a good marketing.
We know our best salespeople are our clients.
One opportunity that we've had, at least in Southside and Southwest, Virginia's been the Virginia Tobacco Commission. Yes. And it's been it's amazing to see the political influence that it has created and opportunities for our clients. And what we pride ourselves in the Danville office is attending those meetings and those committee meetings and making sure that we understand how to write the grants and which localities have certain allocations, and making sure that we're able to present those cases back to those clients on how they should spend their money.
This isn't a time where we can kind of sit back and wait for projects to come out and then bid for those projects. Because we really need to go out there and create the opportunities by finding those additional funding sources and going to clients with them and saying, did you know you can get this money, you can do this job, we're effectively out in front of our competition, and we're going to beat them at that point.
If we have an idea and we're talking to a client, we oftentimes share ideas, have a conversation, and then walk away. We need to find that closing line and, put a dollar number on it and say, here's what we can do for you. May I have the job?
Well, I thank you for your time today and
Thank you.
and your thoughts and insights into what you're living day to day. So thank you for your time.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.